the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear presents Tec Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, apparel partner 656, accessories partner Cosmic Byte, and esports partner Aimlab. We are back with a brand new day and a lot of new matches, and we hope you all are ready for it, as I'm here today, your boy Universe, with Salty, and we're going to be presenting to you what's going to be the storyline today as we head on to see what the matches are going to be. It's going to be Sus Squad versus Onlyfriends, the first matchup. Now, this is going to be an interesting one because it looks like today is a day for the underdogs. Weird Esports versus Salt Esports coming up later on. But hey, Salty, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about this matchup that's going to be coming up in front of our eyes?
Interesting to say the very least, because Sus Squad, Onlyfriends, we saw Sus Squad, they were playing very decent. I feel like a lot of these teams have a chance for qualification in the Group A standing. So pretty much the doors are open. One good performance and you probably can take on the underdog shoes in the playoffs, and that is exactly what I'll be looking for. Probably we have to look at the group standings to understand the mathematics, but right now, considering the teams that are in hand, all of these teams have a chance. More so Salt Esports and Weird Esports, I feel like both the teams will be playing kind of like a decider who gets into the top 4 positions. Sus Squad and Onlyfriends, for them, performance is going to be the key, probably to retain their mid-table slots like the 5th and the 6th positions. I'm not sure exactly where the positions are, but yeah, all of these teams, underdog teams, potential for playoff spots, that is exactly the storyline that we're looking at today.
Yeah, indeed, that is true. Onlyfriends have looked a little bit of a interesting team, more so to say the least. Their name itself suggests the same. But hey, Sus Squad have been pretty decent themselves. And let's have a look at the group standings. Just like you said, I'm not quite sure where exactly these teams are going to be positioned. There it is. We're going to have it come up in front of our screens as we speak about it. And there it is. We have Only Friends on 6. We have Sus Squad on 7. And there is a difference between them. 1-3-4, and the other is 1-3-2. Only Friends have
Yeah.
been able to pick up 2 points out of the 3 losses that they've got, whereas Sus Squad have not been able to pick up anything. So this is a little bit of a precedential tone. The fact that Sus Squad, even if they do win out today, it's not going to make that much of a difference because Only Friends, they can still make a comeback happen because they've got the same amount of points, right? Because you can
Yeah.
see Enigma, Assault, and OnlyFriends all have the same number of points, and this is a more win condition for Sus Squad than it is for OnlyFriends, I believe.
True that. I mean, you look at things like Salt Esports. They played 3 games and they're at 4 points right now. Weird Esports, they played 4 and are at 5 points. We talked about how Weird Esports and Salt Esports game can actually be a decider for who gets into the top 4 positions. Because if Salt Esports win today, they can outshine Weird Esports and take the number 3 spot all by themselves. And again, the storyline for Only Friends and Sus Squad would be to avoid relegation and to stay in that 5th and the 6th slot. You want to stay in the competition, you want to play as many games as you can, even stay for the next season as well. If you get relegated, this is probably going to be a little devastating for both the teams. We'll have a look at the first team in hand, and that is going to be Sus Squad. The first team, they are in the 7th spot right now, 2 points, just like you mentioned. Couldn't really get any points from the defeat, but this is going to be their chance.
Yeah, indeed. This is a team that I've spoken about multiple times. They've got potential. They have such a strong lineup that in the first 2 seasons, it wasn't really shown. It looked like they were, among the underdogs that really was struggling to keep up their hopes. They somehow made it through, though. They always made it through. Individual performances got them through. They managed to, muster up a couple of points to keep themselves out of the relegation radar. And this time, they're gonna probably have to end up doing the same, having lost 2, not picked up, having lost 3, not picked up a single point from those 3, and just the one win that they got earlier in the season. He's gonna force the side of Sus Squad to play every match now like it's do or die.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm really interested to see whether or not they can beat Only Friends, who are pretty much on the same boat, but except the fact that they pulled out a couple of BO3s to all the way to the 3rd map. Is this gonna
Mm.
be going to a 3rd map? I'm not quite sure.
Probably. Considering both the teams, considering all the 10 players that are going to be in the server today, I feel like this is a very even Stevens affair universe, and this might just go to the 3rd and the final game if one team kind of starts making errors. If you see errors happening from both the sides, then it can potentially go to the 3rd game and the decider game. But if one team, let's say Only Friends or let's say Sus Squad, if they can pick up the game and if they can set their gears right and kind of run like a well-oiled machine, then for sure it can be a 2-0 bulldozing event. Because you look at the lineup, right? You look at the 10 players who are here, they're insanely talented. We're currently looking at Sus Squad and all these players. You talk about AZ, you talk about Chobs, you talk about Drake. So all these players, they are really, really good individually. And if they start working together perfectly, it's all in sync. We'll have a look at the player spotlight and understand which player is going to be the supremo in this lineup. And that is going to be Chobs, Primer Supremo from Team Sus Squad. Sova main, 95 kills, 97 deaths, 37 assists, and an average combat score of 212. Does good with arrows, does good with the bows, does good with the drone, and also has some skills with the guns. What's your thought, Universe?
Yeah, I believe that Chobs is one of the I want to say clutch players for the side of Sus Squad. He's been in the team since the beginning of its iteration. All 3 seasons of the Gauntlet, he's been there. Although they've had a couple of roster changes, he's stuck right there with Drixit and AEZ. So Chobs has always been this player that we need to look out for, especially when you're facing off against Sus Squad, because you never really know what this guy can pull off out of his bag. He's an unpredictable initiator. He, like you said, he's good with this utility. He's good with the guns. At times he can fall off a bit, but I think on his best days, he's got everything that it takes to push his team forward.
Yeah. Pretty much. With that being said, I guess we got to look at the first team in the lineup. We'll have a look at the next team pretty soon as well. Only Friends. A very exciting name. And I feel like when you talk about them, you always have to talk about the players who are playing in it. And I feel like every single one of these players is so experienced. Look at HVS, you look at Knife Jester, you look at Kev. You know that individually they are capable as well. Sometimes they even manage to snatch off points, chew off points from big teams. And that basically means that they've got the potential to win maps out of like the series itself. But when it comes to finishing games, when it comes to closing out a series like 2-0 or probably take it 2-1 to their favor, they falter sometimes. That only comes with experience and playing together for a pretty long period of time. And I feel like if this team sticks together, considering how talented the players are, uh, I mean, there's no question about it that this team is also gonna emerge like a big team, just like other underdogs who have risen up to the scene right now. For example, you talk about Team Valor, you know they came in as underdogs, but right now they're like a pretty big entity, and Onlyfriends could actually be one of them.
Yeah, indeed. They could be one of them. They just need a little bit more practice, a little bit more exposure, a little bit more experience, and we're going to be good to go. Only Friends look like they have the upper hand today. I want to give them the upper hand just because they've, taken down maps from some of the big names that have been, against them. So I would like to give them maybe a little bit of an edge, but I'm not taking away too much from the side of Susquad. I think they had the potential themselves to beat this team. It's all about how and where they play it. And before we see what's going to be the playground, let's have a look at the player spotlight for these fellows. Who is going to be shining the most here? And it is going to be Cruiser God. Well, he has been a little bit of I want to say a beacon of light for his team. I think as the Sova, he's had in the previous match itself, I saw him make these insane clutch plays that have been really really important for his team in terms of getting out at least a point from their opponents. Now, Cruiser God is a player that his stats might not really translate that he's that much great of a fragger, but those are still good enough for somebody who's playing an initiator defensively more than an offensive initiator, right? So Cruiser
Mhm.
God definitely has the skills that it requires for his team to maybe get those impact frags, get information that allows his teammates to get impact frags. And I believe that if he's just like on his just like Chubbs on his best today, it's going to be a battle of the Sovas, depending on where we see them play.
Probably. On one hand, we have like a well-built bicep flexing cruiser god. On the other hand, we have a teeny tiny chops, but also both of them, when they pull off sovers, they're kind of like on an equal turf, on an equal level. And I'm pretty sure there is going to be a hard-fought sova battle. But then again, if you consider only friends, I feel like it's always that their duelists do a lot of the heavy lifting. They funnel in their resources for the duelists to get frags. So it's not always necessary for Cruiser God to get kills and probably keep a positive KD ratio. Of course, you want to keep that positive KD ratio no matter what it is, but I feel like the average combat score of 193 is like a very decent number considering the Asian that he plays. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a look at the map V2 and look at the playground where all these teams are going to play right now. 3 maps. It is going to be decided. It is going to be the map of 5th and the 6th spot, just like we mentioned. Okay.
And I love it already.
Interesting.
I
Interesting.
love it already. Susquad going for Fracture. And that is something that we're going to be expecting, that we were not expecting, I believe, from the side of both of these teams, to be honest. I really expected there to be an Ascent first up, maybe a Bind, but Fracture. Okay, now Susquad are really throwing in the hammer into the mix. They want to disrupt the side of Onlyfriends as they've gone for Haven, and the decider will be Ascent. Now that's something that we don't see every day, but I love this map pool now.
Yeah, pretty much a sense of surprise. Even for me, like I was caught by surprise when I saw Fracture in there. I was like, wait, what map is this? Is it Fracture? Okay, so considering this is gonna be a new map, this is still like new in the competitive queue. Not a lot of teams have adapted to it. since Sasquatch picked this map, I feel like they have a plan, universe. I feel like they've practiced this map. They have certain strategies to go along with it as well. And probably this can be a little difficult for Onlyfriends to actually start off, because you know it, right? They're starting on attack. The onus is going to be on them to kind of split themselves up and attack from two sides. So it's going to be interesting. I really want to see how this pans out. This is probably going to be the first Fracture map that I'm going to be casting myself. So I'm not really sure what to expect. But next up, we have maps that are more strategy oriented as well. Like Fracture is also pretty strategy oriented, but then we have Haven, which is picked up by Onlyfriends. We know Onlyfriends are pretty good on the map of Haven. They have a little mix of a lot of things. They can be unpredictable as well. They have good defaults, and that is probably the best attacking map which you want to pick for yourself if you have good defaults. The decider on the map of Ascent, a neutral venue, no surprises there. But yeah, the first two maps, they're going to be interesting. They're going to be some crazy affair. And considering the map pool universe, I feel like this should be going to a 3-map series, because like I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how Onlyfriends are going to react to Fracture. I'm not sure how Sasquatch is going to react to Haven. It probably is going to come down to Ascent, and we'll just find out.
Yeah, we are gonna find out. Let's see how it all goes down. We've got Fracture coming up first, and it is going to be an interesting matter. I'm really interested to see what's exactly going to be happening in this, because as we head into the agent selection screen in a couple of seconds, ladies and gentlemen, Fracture, I think for the second time is going to be played. Second, at least for me. I've seen the last map I saw this on. The last match I saw this on was M42 versus True Rippers, and well, that was a landslide victory. Let's see what their compositions are going to be. I have to expect a Breach and a Viper at least over here, because I think a Viper
Viper is
yeah,
quintessential.
yeah, in this map. And are we going to see Yoru? Both the sides are teasing a Yoru. Drixit's already gone in for that Jet, so that's going to be locked in. Nah, they're not messing around now. They're going for the usual. We have a Breach and a Sky being teased here. Zoid, not the usual one you see going for an Initiator. He is the guy who plays that secondary duelist role for the side of Sasquatch. But let's have a look. Okay, SB5 almost gave me a scare. I thought he locked in that Euro.
Almost.
Yeah, Kev's gone in for that Reyna. We have a Breach on the server, at least on one side. On the other, we're still waiting for what's going to happen. A double duelist set up on one side.
Select your agent.
And on the other, it looks like it's just going to be a single duelist along with 2 Initiators. Now, this is something I want to put out to notice here for everybody, right? Sasquatch are the team that have almost every single time, by the way, almost every single time gone for a double duelist setup. Almost every single match. They have the Reyna on Zoid, they have the Jet on Drixit, and that's always how it's been. Always, except for when it's on Bind, they have a raise combo. But they are the ones who go for double duelist, and this time is the opponents going double duelist on them. So this is going to be an interesting matter, because a Breach is something that I've not seen from Sasquatch before, especially on a new map. And if they've chosen it, they would have chosen it for a reason. And if they are going into this map having some sort of a game plan in mind, well, let's hope that it works out for them at the best of their abilities.
I love the fact that they've gone for like a double initiator composition. Teams Sasquatch. Right now, you can see that they have the Sky as well as the Breach. So that's going to be interesting as well.
Yeah, indeed. That is going to be interesting. You can look at it. It's been a while since we saw the player cams come up. And it's great to see some faces on the screen. Love to see some reactions of some weird things that we're going to see. And you can see Onlyfriends. Well, they're a little confused by this map. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Fracture up on your screens after a huge amount of time. And it's going to be the side of Sasquatch to try and defend Onlyfriends. AZ gets an early frag, but SB5 immediately trades out, gets another, and that's the A-side blown open. Zoid, hidden behind that smoke, can do nothing but listen to the spike go down planted, as a 4v3 situation has already been erupted.
Yeah, pretty much. The attackers erupting on side, just like you mentioned. Now the Gorung, with the Brimstone. Pretty sure he's going to be a thorn in their position because 3 smokes right at the bat can cause you problems. SP5, especially with the Jet just dashing in and clearing out all the corners. Interesting stuff right there. Shobbs has already used up his flasher, so basically he has no aid, no utility to kind of clear out corners for him. He has to take these 5 to 7 HP, which he of course is gonna fail. SP5 with a quad kill right at the bat. Brilliant stuff, fast attacking, catching the opposition off guard. They've done it right. Team Onlyfriends, for them, this was the best start that they could have wanted to. SP5 getting that quad kill for himself and Goreng and his smoke displacement. I feel like that was perfect to open up the side. Wonderfully done. I feel like the composition where Jet dashing in, the Brimstone using the smokes and the breach, getting all the flashes, kind of sets you up for that perfect take. The B side was blown open, but this time we can see the fat stack on A, so this is going to be some interesting stuff. 2 players going towards the other side. Cruiser got starting to take a duel. I'm pretty much feeling like Chobbs will try and take a duel by himself. Interesting actually. Both the players, both the attackers, they tried to execute the A side. There was nobody and the B side was left completely open. Now they've got the weaponry, they have a man disadvantage, but considering that Team Sasquatch, they have retrieved 2 Spectres, this can be interesting as well. Look at this, AEZ has already spotted HVS. They know it is going to be, they will be guarding both the sides of it. HVS taking out AEZ, that's nice. It's a 3v3 right now. All the players are in prime position, but the defenders with the Spectres are going to be the key. Zoid, you one-tapped him out of the server. Go right behind him, doing a lot of heavy lifting over there, as well as the turret. And as you try and go for the defuse, there is a nanoswarm right underneath your feet.
Yeah, he's going to try and stick the defuse, but it's not going to work. Zoid staring into the abyss. Get eaten up by the abyss. It's going to be HVS to clutch out the run. Almost give it away, to be honest. An eco that worked out the best for them. And Onlyfriends, well, they need to be a little bit more careful about the way they explore these rounds here. They can't just keep giving away everything and anything. These free kills are going to cost them later on. And you can see that Sasquatch actually are able to punish them with a couple of pistols itself. And now that the full buy has come in for them, this is going to be a lot more difficult. And it looks like the A hit is going to get an early counteract. Here we go. Kev, he's going to get a little bit of concussion, but they're not stopping. There they go. The flash is so good. And the side of Sasquatch clean up in a couple of seconds. It's like the janitor came to play and all he had was a mop. And everything that was on the floor was Onlyfriends that they just swept clean. My word, what a round.
I feel like the strategy which Team Onlyfriends applied in the second round was really good, right? They used the bridge to create a diversion. Once again, we can see that the Jet and the Brimstone. Wait, the Spike is actually with the Brimstone, so this pretty much isn't a diversion. But yeah, whatever it is, I feel like they kind of tried to create a diversion towards the A side. The B side was completely open. This time they tried to go for a fat stack towards a complete push towards the A side, where a single flash completely dismantled the entirety of the attack. So that approach probably isn't the best considering this map and considering how it's played. But then again, we'll find out. There is a smoke. SP5 might actually disrespect it and try and go forward. But then again, you can see that the breach is still waiting in bridge. I feel there is a plan out here that is just waiting to be deployed, but I'm still waiting for confirmation. I'm still waiting for this push to come through. Here it comes, the flash as well as a smoke. Everything, SP5 pushing in. Team Sasquatch, they're kind of taken aback for a moment. They're waiting for players coming from the backside, and here he comes. Cruiser God takes one. Does that the flash well? Nice one, but Sticks being flashed out. He gets the frag on Cruiser God. Nice one.
4 versus 4 still established, and it's gonna be SP5. Oh no, he dodges a rolling thunder, picked up a weapon, but he does not get the kill. He does not have the stability to readjust himself. But Kev, even though he's concussed, he gets the kill, and another follow-up. Strixit's left all alone. He's got Molotovs coming his way, he's got bullets coming his way, but he's stabilizing. He's getting kills, and he's gonna have to fight off HVS, who's on 5 HP, by the way, and he's gonna look to stick this defuse. HVS running straight in. He's looking for it, and he's gonna get it. A clutch for the side of Onlyfriends as HVS, 5 HP and a Nanoswarm. Clutches out the round for him. What a play by the side of Onlyfriends. Kev comes up clutch.
For sure, for sure. I mean, you probably didn't notice Kev was flashed as well as dazed by that rolling thunder. He's like, well, it's dizzy as well as it's bright. And he's like, okay, in spite of all of that, I can still connect a sheriff shot onto you. And he got the frag, he got that quintessential frag, bought some time for the other player. But nonetheless, a really good round. HVS clutching it up with, just like you mentioned, with an Nanoswarm, but this seems to be like a B hit. Complete B hit. Sticks being kind of dismantled. Tries to go for a Nanoswarm deployment, takes down SP5 as well. He will be pushed back to a lot of bullets coming in. Catches two players, nice grab dual placement. Kev caught with his pants down, but yet once again he escapes away with murder. This is not right. Something going wrong. 3v2 right now. The attacking team can still make it work if they can stay hidden. Yes, exactly. HVS gets a 1-for-1 trade. Kev at 6 HP and being dazed. Can't really do much. Drixer just tabs him right in front. Wow, these rounds are crazy. Like, I expect a lot of... Exactly, the map is crazy. I expect a lot of different things. I expected players just, wait it out, try and use the width that the map offers, trying to go for fakes and everything. You have so much versatility, but suddenly I see these fast aggressions and I'm like, wait, what's happening?
Yeah, it's the same. You really expect that you would see a maybe a more statistical I would say, for something like a more methodical approach, but these rounds are just all out crazy. There are a couple of plans that they have in mindset, but because it's a new map, no real meta has been formed yet here, and we're having a look at what exactly could be the meta, as Sus Squad and Onlyfriends are going back to back. They are a little confused right now, Sus Squad, as to where exactly we're going to see the side of Onlyfriends come in from. That breach fault line should give them a little bit of an idea.
Yeah. Kev is on the other side.
Yeah, there's a lot of sound going on towards B, and they're trying to maybe not sell this fake. Kev is only lurking around to maybe get some exit, not exit frags, a little bit of a lurk frag coming in. Jobs. He eats a bullet, but he's gonna have to get back and send out his hound to get some information for him. AEZ's gonna clean up on SP5 though. HVS is lurking up and he might just get this kill. Nope, AEZ says no. Gonna be moving down and under to 3 men. Just about time, but Kev and his sheriff still connecting, still making wonders happen as he's taking control of the A side, but Drixer's gonna take care of him.
Pretty much. 2 players blasting open the A side, and here it comes. Cruiser got spraying down Zoidu. Drixer getting the trade. It's a 1v3 right now. Drixer has all the time in the world. He knows exactly where the player is pinned. And he can actually spray him down through the walls, but nah, he's just gonna pay respects to him. Drixer getting a 3k. Of course, this time it was more of a methodical approach. We saw how Team Onlyfriends want to play it out, right? They tried to go for a bridge attack and they tried to go towards a B side, where SP5 was kind of tasked with the fact that he needs to make a lot of noise. He needs to do a lot of heavy lifting over there, kind of keep the opposition pinned in the B side while they tried and lurked their way towards A. It kind of worked out according to the plan, but they just gave away too many kills. Like, if you look at the fact that SP5 was taken down towards Arcade. Sticks was taken down somewhere around B main, and the rest of the players just falling left and right. Like, Kev was all by himself, so he was there for a 1-for-1 trade. The timing just wasn't right, but the approach was good. I feel like this can actually work out once the game progresses even further.
Alright, towards A they go yet again. And it's a full-out rush here from the side of Onlyfriends. They take over the lobby, they take over the side. Here comes a rolling thunder. Drake said he almost spots one, gets a kill, but runs away to safety. SP5 eats a little bit of a damage from that aftershock, but they're still okay. They get the plant down, and here comes the ultimate from the opponent.
Wow. Okay. 3 ultimates invested. We have an astral divide. We have a lockdown. We gotta see We got to see a Brimstone ultimate which destroy the lockdown as well. You can see the flashes are coming through, a lot of frags going left and right. It's a 2v2, it's still a 2v2. HVS in the backline, just doing so much heavy lifting over there, taking down both Jobs as well as Takes in the process. And Team Onlyfriends, they win a hard-fought 4th round for themselves.
Indeed. Now, if you would consider the side of Sus Squad to be a little bit more dynamic in the way that they're approaching these rounds, like, you know, they had to put down the Killjoy lockdown as expected because, well, you know, they had to get the round. They wanted the round, and to confirm the round, they somehow had to play with some ultimates. So we saw a bunch of ultimates come in. We saw the Astra's Cosmic Divide being put in. We saw the Killjoy ultimate. We saw the Brimstone ultimate. We also saw the Rolling Thunder from the Breach. So a heavy investment of ultimates into that round, and now there's only one left on the side of Onlyfriends, and that's on Kev. And look at this. Drake said, "Oh, did he see him?"
Yeah, he saw him. He saw him. He's like, okay, fine, I'm gonna ignore you. I know you're a diversion, but nonetheless, Team Onlyfriends, they actually make this way to the side pretty comfortably. This wasn't really expected. AEZ, though, elsewhere finds HVS. SP5, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, was just a diversion. Right now, the entirety of the team is moving towards the B side. You can see that SP5 is also doing a lot of heavy lifting here, trying to hold back these players. He is getting kills as well. Also, just an eco round for Sus Squad, so can't really talk much about it. But yeah, pretty comfortable round for Team Onlyfriends, it seems like.
Yeah, there should be the SP5. He is going to have a cleanup duty here. Takes down 4 and gets an easy round for his team to get 5 on the score. Now, if you do consider one thing, Salty, I want to ask you, you're seeing this going back and forth so far, but right now it is in the favor of Onlyfriends. How do you see that happening out? Do you think it's going to be in somebody's advantage, or are we going to see a 6-6?
It seems like Onlyfriends can actually walk away with this because they sort of have the economy on their side. Even if they lose this one, I feel like they will have enough money to probably buy next round as well, which makes them a tougher competitor in this one. Not really sure. We need to find out. TEAMXO trying to take this early engagement. Team Onlyfriends, they've huddled outside, right outside the A territory. You can see that 3 players are coming in. 2 players, in fact, are coming in from main. 3 players are coming in from the backstab. Goran gets TEAMXO first up. The lockdown will force out all the defending players. So they have so much space to work with, and also there's Rolling Thunder available. So Zoid, who can actually make a difference for the side of Team Sus Squad. Cruiser God gets jobs, gets away with murder right there. 3v5, yet the defending team still not having a chance. They've completely got out. Beautiful usage of the smokes as well as post-plant positions, which kind of deny any sort of room for Team Sus Squad as of now. They're still waiting for an opening. They're still waiting to create that first shot, create that first kill. But considering how things are, yes, you have to fall back. Like, there's no way the team could have invested in that ultimate over there. Like, even if had you invested in that Rolling Thunder, you probably wouldn't have reaped the benefits of it, considering how well thought out that attack was. So basically it.
Yep, another round for the attackers. A flawless one, I would consider. Nobody from their side has died, although the remaining 3 from the defense are going to be saving weapons. It's not a good sign for them. Looking like a little bit of a flustered team right now. Sus Squad in the last couple of rounds. They have chosen this map, and they had fair amount of success in the first 3 rounds that they pulled out. But it looks like now the side of Onlyfriends have actually cracked the code to what the side of Sus Squad are doing. And that's not going to be as difficult as the Da Vinci Code. As you can clearly see, 6-3 up they are. And finally, some sort of a response coming, aggression from the side of Sus Squad as they move in towards B main. But they've actually lost out a couple of strides towards A, as it's already been taken control of by FP5. Getting 2 kills, and that should be the end of it.
Probably it is. Goran. It's another one. Chops finally managing 1 kill, but he retrieves the weapon as well. A 1v3 required of him right now. He does have the spike with him, and that's the best part about it. The players from Team Onlyfriends, they need to come to him and take the fight to him as well. He also has a Seekers available, ladies and gentlemen, which basically means he can get all the information in the world. He can take these duels. He also has a fan which is well equipped. He has a flash with him. He has all the utility that he needs with him. What else do you want to clutch it out? I really want to find out if Chobs is capable of pulling this. He spots out the first player. He does have the flash available. Flashes out all three of them. Sprays on one. And here he comes. He goes. He pushes one. He gets second one as well. A third kill for Chobs, but Cruzagon finally clutching it out. This was a really, really good round. The spike that was thrown back, the spike which was not carried by Onlyfriends, was a cause of their downfall. Almost. Had not Cruzagon clutched out in that one, this could have been down in the gutters for them. This was a very important round, by the way, because of the economy that is in place. Because you look at the buy, you look at how things are actually panning out. You know that the other team is struggling. They have light shields on board. They have bulldogs as well as a poverty weapon that is known as the Spectre. I know it's a good gun, but it's still a poverty weapon. Nonetheless, it's still gonna be another attempt for Team Squad right now. Flash is coming through as well. One more fast push. Aggression. Incarnate. Charles trying to create an opening for himself. Kev will be taken down. Fault line jumping left and right. Zoido, Drixo, and Chobs get 3 for themselves as well. Squad, they look well positioned. Goran also deploys the orbital strike as well. Waiting to create an opening, but Drixo through that orbital strike sprays him down. Only one player survives. HVS. Can you get the 8th on board?
Nope. No CS aside of Squad. Finally, they have some sort of a response coming in. And this is only on the back of that Rolling Thunder, by the way, because I don't think they would have gotten anything. They had to commit a big ultimate to try and find a round where the side of Onlyfriends had no counter to it. There was nothing that they could do on the back of it because they had no ultimate available that could, heavily detriment the side of Squad themselves, except for that, orbital strike, which came in a little late and came in at a wrong position. But hey, they still have the advantage. They at least can end the half 7-5, given all things go right. Or at least 8-4 if things go better. SP5 though, blindly rushing in. Not afraid or expecting the fact that somebody could be literally right in front of his eyes. And that's going to give Drixit an easy advantage as we move in towards a man disadvantage position. Kev, be careful, but this guy's hitting anything and everything. What the hell is he doing, man?
Both the duelists from Team Onlyfriends have been in top form today. Both Cave as well as SP5. We mentioned how SP5 was just blindly rushing in. He's been doing that all game and he's been getting kills left and right. So that's one good thing. HPS right behind top. Scorpius pans down and shuts him down as well. It's a 4v3 right now. Kaev once again spotting another player. He has been spotting players left and right. And the defending team, they are sort of not responding to it. It seems like all these players, they're just not aware of where the players from Onlyfriends can actually pop out from. Now, that's understandable because this is mostly an attacking-oriented map. You understand that there are a lot of entries. There are a lot of variables that you can incorporate in your attacking gameplay. So that's exactly what we're looking at right now. Considering this goes to a 75, we can still expect a squad comeback. But 8-4 is going to be a little too much of a landslide.
Well, it does look like it. Cruiser God's going to take out that ultimate pretty easily. Zoido is going to take him back, though. Time's ticking by. A lot of time's gone by. They need to take care of Kev. They need to take care of everybody. But Onlyfriends, they stabilize and they're going to get 8-4 on the board with no problemo whatsoever.
Switching sides.
No problems at all. 84 the scoreline, and this is where the game probably changes. Like, this is tables turned right now. Team Onlyfriends, they will be in the defensive side of things, and Team Squad need to make something happen. Now, we've looked over the players who have made a difference, and I feel like the double initiator composition can just work wonders in this one. They've got the Astro as well, they've got the gravity wells, they've got the smokes for themselves to create space, they've got the flashes to bind players as well, and some information along with it. Drake, so if he can pull off some amazing moves, he can do what SP5 has been doing and hurt Team Onlyfriends a lot more. 8-4, I wouldn't say is a very respectable scoreline in the first half, but this is still a position where Team Squad can mount a comeback, and that is exactly what I'm hoping for right now. First fault line to open things up. Cruzagot trying to take early contact. through the woodworks. He finds AC at his skull. Wonderful stuff, and he's gonna get away with murder. Team Sus Squad kind of hurt right now, but they're just waiting for this pop-off. Look at this, steaks and chops. They're also waiting to come in, right? The entirety of the site has been overwhelmed right now. Dazed as well as dashed in. Nothing that you can do, Cruiser God over there. Goron completely caught out of sight. They make the spike plant happen, but can they go for a retake?
Well, that's the question. 3 under the site. Now make that 2 as 2 moving towards A main. They have control of where exactly these players are going to be. They know where they are. But they just need to get these frags first. They spot one out. Drake said, oh my god, what a nasty shot from him.
One enemy remaining.
Chops follows up with one. Gorang almost takes it out, but he could have gotten a clutch. That just didn't happen. Zoid comes out, swings out, finds an easy headshot. And a round that almost could have gone to Onlyfriends. Sus Squad bring it back to themselves. That A site is really powerful in the post plan, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you position yourself under heaven, you position yourself towards ropes as well, and it kind of becomes almost unbreakable, right? The retake gets really, really difficult, especially when you have the smokes and some utility deployed as well. If you can have a turret in place, if you can have those nanoswarm grenades in position as well, the A site is literally unbreakable.
Yeah, it most certainly is. And now they move in from the dish side. They're going to go up towards drop, but look at where Gorang and Ko have pushed up. Oh, there's going to be trouble. Trouble. Heavy trouble. All 5 of them are running in, and this could be a problem. If they just hold here for time enough, they might just get a couple of frags. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Drake said shot down literally every single one of them, and now they move straight in. Flashes to try and stop them from Zoid, but he's eating damage, and he's gonna continue eating damage unless he has something to say about it. Sprays down 1, sprays down 2, AZ to help him out, and now HBase is left all alone. All he can do probably is get 1 kill at the very max. They don't know that he's in this right side corner. The minute Zoid comes out, he's gonna get taken down. And that's going to be a 3S getting another frag in this round before he's taken out by Sticks. 2 frags in an eco. I'm going to say that's pretty much a-okay. Good enough job done to make them reinvest into this. But they've given away 2 rounds, 2 important rounds that now they have to make up for. The first buy comes in for the side of Onlyfriends. What's going to be the transpiring storyline of this one? Because we can see that there's a Vandal and a Phantom available on the side of the attackers as well. Make that 2 Phantoms, actually. Drixit also upgrades. Now this is going to get a little bit more interesting, as I want to know how exactly Onlyfriends are going to be countering this one.
They're struggling. For sure they're struggling. Like the 8 for the scoreline, and then giving away the pistol round and the consequent round as well. It is going to be tough. Drixit takes down SP5 once again. That push. Right, you just try and wait out these players. They're gonna make errors, and that is exactly what happened. Easy frags for Drixit over there. Just waiting for the door to open. Cruiser God, this can be a poor decision if he tries to breach that door as well. AZ takes on Gorang. That is 1 more frag that is taken down. All these frags left and right, like it's all going in the favor of Team Sus Squad, right? And this is exactly what we talked about. In spite of the fact that there was a lead established, this map is so attacking heavy, you can cover up the distance. An 84 scoreline suddenly looks a little weak, right? 86, once again moving towards an 87, and if this happens, the other team is going to be going down to an automatic eco. So that basically means both the teams are right on time against each other. Zoid takes on Kev once again, HBS all by himself. Tinks down 1 player, but yeah, Zoid just sprays him down.
Moments like those where you want to have a Vandal, but you're gonna have to just settle for the Phantoms 140. But hey, it's still okay. I still believe that Onlyfriends, they might have lost out on a couple of rounds. They still have, you know, time to stabilize. They will probably give away this round as well, unless they find it on the basis of a thrifty. But this should be the round where Onlyfriends are gonna look to stabilize their scoreline, bring it back to a level terms, 8-8. He has Gorang trying to bait them out from the door so that SP5 can have a clear shot, but that's not gonna be the case. They're gonna expect it, and now they know exactly what's happening. Sticks finds SP5, Drix is gonna throw in a smoke, and he gets a kill pretty easily onto Goran.
Oh no.
Cruiser God's gonna find him in a good position, and he takes out 2, but not before being taken down himself. Chobbs has a backstab coming in. He expects it, but does he expect 2? Is the question. Yes, he will. He taps down both of them, and it's gonna be number 8 for the side of Sus Squad. We are having a game on our hands on this map of Fracture.
Yeah, for sure we are. I mean, you look at the defense from Team Onlyfriends and it looks a little weak, doesn't it? Right? Sus Squad, they've been exploiting every single bit of it. They're trying to make players approach them from doors. They're trying to make players push them from lanes. They know exactly where the backstab is going to come from as well. Team Onlyfriends tried to pull off like a 5-man backstab completely from attacker spawn, but even that didn't work. So what else you want? Sus Squad, they come in prepared, right? In spite of the lead that was set up, it has been completely neutralized. Once again, the dog being set out. Kev will try and counter it. Does spray down, does damage them a little bit, but takes in a lot more damage. Drix just waiting. The attack being a little more patient. Goran trying to delay the plan with a timely Molotov, and wonderfully equipped as well. SP5 with the op. Takes down AEC. A lot of kills coming in their way as well. It seems like Onlyfriends, they've reinvented themselves. They are seeking redemptions right now. The only player that survives is going to be Shaw from Team Sus Squad. And I'm not really sure if he can make a difference. Not really. He wouldn't really trouble the scorers out there.
Wow.
A 3rd kill for Kev. Nice recovery, I must say. A nice recovery.
Indeed, indeed. I really like this approach from the side of Onlyfriends. They held 3 on site. 1 was deep into it. They did not push up anywhere. And they waited for the side of Sus Squad to come to them. And that was a great decision. Kev on the ultimate was able to pull off 3 from the bag. And that's all they needed. Now, if you do consider the fact that, you know, Onlyfriends have this approach to their gameplay where they try to understand for a couple of rounds how exactly their opponent is playing, and then they kind of, you know, stabilize into the role. Don't you think they're seeing that? Because even in the first half, Sus Squad took 3 rounds. And then Onlyfriends kind of understood how they're playing, and then they brought the score up to 8-4. Now they've given up. Now they've given up a couple of rounds, but now they understood how they're playing, so they took that round immediately on against the bye round. So now you can see they're not pushing up too much. They're playing a little bit more strategically, and they're waiting for the opponent to come to them. Onlyfriends, well, they're going with the phrase that we all know: improvise, adapt, and overcome.
True that, but look at how spread out this team is. Goran completely all by himself. Can he hold back this push? Of course, the flash is going to dismantle his position, but a timely fault line. Wow, that was good cover up. But TEAMXO will be taking down Cruiser God, finding a crack for himself. Zoidu finds one for him. Kev being taken down as well. HVS finds takes occasion therefore there. Cruiser God all by himself in this site right now. The Seekers have been established as well. This is going to be a little difficult. He can't deny the plant. I feel he has the utility to do so. He has the ultimate available as well.
30 seconds left.
But yeah, it's gonna be a little difficult. He wants SP5 to come into position, and yes, he is. Here it comes, the rolling thunder. Can he hold back though? Look at this. The fourth line invested as well.
What?
The flash point. Wait, what?
SP5?
Not really sure what just happened. But Cruiser God and HVS, they're here for a rescue. Oh my god, this was a heart-wrenching move. I mean, you deploy the rolling thunder and then you get taken down by a player who is dazed completely, who is probably not his right senses. That is the worst feeling.
Oh man. Now, you know, the one thing that I would really like to consider here is that the one thing that both of us actually expected to be there, but we are missing out. Do you think that the disappearance of a Viper is kind of throwing things into the mix? Because I think a Viper is really potent on this map, but her not being picked could be an issue. I believe so.
Exactly. I mean, a Viper on the B side is so lethal in this map. Like, you can open it up, you can split up the B side. You have so many openings, right? And that can be a problem for attackers sometimes. If the defensive team kind of stacks up the B side, it's almost impossible for the attackers to kind of create an opening. There are so many trades and so many crossfires happening. That is exactly what a Viper becomes so potent in this map. HVS though start things off with taking down TEAMXO. Zoidu finds Kev as well. This is a very methodical 1-for-1 right now, but the team is still guessing the option, still hesitating. This can still be a diversion. A lockdown invested. An orbital strike is trying to take down lockdown. So two ultimates, easy, taking a lot of damage, but it's still fine because the attacking team isn't rushing in right now. They're taking this slow, they're taking it steady, but the other team, that is Team Onlyfriends, they have a good read on it. SP5 is in position already. He's going to take down Chops. Easy frag for him. 3 players still remain. They're in position already. SP5 want to take this up close and personal. He's going to spot out Zoidu, but Zoidu's going to hit the crit trigger first. Trades come through. Sticks finds two of his own. It's a 1-for-1. Sticks it through HP. This is going to be a high stakes affair. Can he plant the spike though?
Yeah, Sticks now knows where he is as well because his turret just gave out a little bit of a position, and now all he needs to do is wait because the turret is good enough to take it out. What? HVS, he's on 3 HP. 3 HP, 1 bullet to any part of his body, even his toenail through a brick wall or a steel wall could have killed him.
You blow air in his general direction. That man was probably going to fall. He invested in that turret. He invested in that ultimate.
Oh my
and
God.
He took the peek as well.
I don't know why he would peek. He should have just waited. He should have waited for him to run away from that spot. When you put down a Killjoy ultimate, you wait till the very last second, at least the last 2. Because that's when you have the advantage. Not before that, not at around 5-4. And now SP5 looking to get back what his team gave away, but he gets taken down. 4 versus 4 now. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. HV is gonna eat it pretty easily. And he's gonna have to run back, but I think he's gonna get taken out. Yes, he will. Kev finds Zoid though, and he's looking for more. That's not gonna be the case. It's a 3v2. Garang and his teammate Cruiser are left with all but nothing left to do to take down all these players. 1 gone down. 2 players are low, 1 on each team. Who's gonna come out on top of this? They know that both the players are towards the defender side spawn of things. They're being a little careful. They spot out 1 more. Oh, he eats a bullet straight to the head. And Cruiser, he clutches out what HVS couldn't do in the previous round, and he stabilizes for his team. A 9-11 we go. And this is getting a lot more interesting.
Of course, it has to be Cruiser God, right? The player for a player spotlight. Who but him in that clutch situation? 2v2. This man steps up, cleans up both of them, and gets a round for them. I mean, this was such an important round for Team Sus Squad. They almost broke even against this team of Onlyfriends. You look at the way SP5 played over there. It was heroics with the Blade Storm right there. A wonderful investment of the Rolling Thunder as well, but just God. SP5 once again has the op to work with, takes down 2 of them, will still repeat. The flash just comes through, missed that shot. Tries to dodge away the bullets as well. He's still surviving. Drixer though brings down Gorong, so kind of stabilizes the team a little bit, but 2v4 right now seems to be a little bit kept missing a lot of shots, but still is going to take down Drixer. I mean, this is an equal round. You can't really blame them. This is 1 step closer to victory. Onlyfriends, this is not their map pick. This is Sus Squad and their map pick, and Onlyfriends are almost 1 step away from snatching this away from them. Next up is going to be Haven. This is a very, very big step for this team, and if they make it, if they cross the finish line in this one, I'm pretty sure, Universe, this can be a quick 2-0, because on the map of Haven, I'm not really sure what Sus Squad can actually bring on the table.
Yeah. That is true. They need to put in everything on the table right now. Everything that's with them in terms of strategies needs to come out right about now to try and at least make it 12-10. But here we go. Fault line comes in. They're trying to make pressure created towards this. But Kevin Gorong, they double up and they find these kills. And Salty, with just that, I think this might just be the end of this map right here. As Sus Squad, they want a kill. They're not gonna get 1. Okay, 1 comes their way. May get 2. But HVS has already taken out another. 3 versus 2. Kev is down low, so that's an advantage. Zoid. Oh no! He misses this! SP5! No. You don't want to keep taking that fight. Get away from there. Yes, that's a good decision. And AZ takes out Kev. And suddenly this round has turned upon its head. 2 versus 2. Astral Divide and Zoid! He's just toppling them left, right, and center. As somehow the Sus Squad team, the boys, of Sus Squad are making this work. SP5 looking for some sound cues by any chance. Not gonna get any, but he gives one out himself. They know he's here. He's looking to spam down. One kill, looking for the second. That's not expected, but he gets what?
SP5! SP5!
He clutches out for his earlier mistakes.
Clutch.
And he's gonna confirm the victory. What a win!
Oh
Look
my.
at the smile on Garing. Even he doesn't know what the hell happened.
It's all GG's, man. It's
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
GG's. Like,
Cruiser.
he's like, oh my god, what was that? Oh my god, what was that, SP5? I just did not expect this man to clutch, right? I mean, the Astral Divide was in position. There was a lot of I mean, they were in prime position to shut this out, right? It was 1v2. SP5 was low, but still.
Yeah, you could see it. You can see it. These guys have been an absolute joy to watch, and they have taken down pretty much every single thing that they've seen in sight. A 13-9 victory is going to confirm them moving on further in this series with an advantage, as they've taken the pick of their opponent, but we're still not out of it yet. Let's have a look at the match highlights to have a bird's eye view of what exactly went down top to bottom for this team of Onlyfriends and the Sus Squad. Because early on, I really thought that this is going to be a, neck and neck fight, and it did turn out to be until round number 17, 18. After that, Onlyfriends somehow found the groove. Like I said, they took a couple of rounds to assess what exactly is going to be the playstyle of their opponent, and then they countered it. They countered it twice. They countered it thrice. They countered it 4 times, and they got up all the way to 13. What a win for them. They're going to be really happy with this one. Fracture, a map that I'm pretty sure they did not expect to be in the mix. A map that they did not expect to play today, but they still went out on it. So that should give them a huge boost of confidence.
True that. I mean, you look at the players from team Onlyfriends, you know exactly why did they win this game, right? SP5, Kev, HVS, Cruiser God, Gorg. Every single player in this lineup has had their moments. Every single player has been influential. You look at Gorg, he's at 12 kills. You might be like, oh, he's at 12 kills. He probably wasn't as influential, but probably he was the most influential players in the team. Brimstone can be a staple in this map if you're not picking Viper, because right now, one thing was for certain: the Astra wasn't just as effective as a Brimstone would be, and I felt like Gorham just nailed it to perfection. Cruiser God with his flashes, with his perfectly timed rolling thunders, with his fault lines was absolutely brutal. You look at HVS clutching out rounds. You look at Kev once again being the secondary duelist, trying to get all those important frags, and I feel like he has been very crucial. He has been very precise with his shots. He's been very clutch worthy as well. He's got them rounds all on his own merit. And then you have SP5 right at the top, the cherry on top of the cake, the chief minister of this team, and he has done it time and time again, and he has done it this time as well. You mentioned, right, they took a few rounds to settle in and they just completely steamrolled out of competition. It was just SP5 who's like, all right, guys, I'm gonna bench 100 kgs all by myself. I'm gonna carry this team and I'm gonna take us home. And he was like, SP5 happened, op shots, blade storms every single time, breaching the opponent's line, getting into enemy territory and completely butchering them down. This was SP5 and his shenanigans. TEAMXO and Zoid, they had good games, but you can only go so far with like 1 or 2 players, right?
Yeah, that is true. Now, if you do, think about the fact that we have an advantage for Onlyfriends here. I really didn't know who's going to win this one out, to be honest, in the earlier stages of this game, because Fracture is such a variable map, right? And you do need to think that whoever is going to be choosing the map, they will have a little bit of a game plan in store, right? So that's what we expected. At least that's what I expected from Sus Squad. Like, maybe they have a game plan, and it looked like they did for the first half of both the halves, where they put up 4 rounds and 4 rounds respectively. I thought they had a game plan, but Onlyfriends, well, they showed that they know how to adapt. They know how to counter the opponents respecting of time, and they put it back. Let's have a short break coming up now, ladies and gentlemen. We have Haven on the horizon coming up next, and we have absolutely no idea who's going to win that one still. I still think that Onlyfriends have an edge, like I said earlier, But hey, if Sasquatch can prove me wrong and take us to map number 3, I'm going to be more than happy to have that happen. You are watching the LG Ultragear presents TEC Gauntlet. Me and Salty are going to take a short break, get our Red Bulls, get our snacks, and be right back in just a bit.
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG presents TEC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, apparel partner 656, accessories partner Cosmic Byte, and esports partner Aimlab. We said it's going to be a short break, and it indeed was. We are going to get back straight into the game as soon as possible because the players are raring to go on this map of Haven, and I'm pretty sure you guys are waiting to see them go too. Now, the first map ended up in the favor of Onlyfriends, 13-9. We saw that finish up. With SP5 clutching out on less than 10 HP. And that was a bit of a conundrum that I thought was not going to happen. So now that we move into Haven, Salty, what are your expectations? What do you think is going to happen?
I mean, we've had the tradition of teams taking their opponents' map picks, so can't really predict here. But if you go by the normal storyline, if you go by the normal convention, yeah, it should be like a 2-0 for Team Onlyfriends. They've got a nice game of Fracture under their belt. The team wasn't really experienced. It was picked up by Squad. I'm pretty sure that Onlyfriends was like taken aback for a second, but then they improvised themselves and they really ran a bulldozer over Team Squad in this map. 13-9, a victory which was very dominating indeed. But now we move on to the map pick of Onlyfriends. It's going to be Haven, and considering how dynamic this team is, they should be good, man. We've talked about this. They have their good defaults. They've got some decent faces as well. If they can improvise properly, if all the players who played really well in the first map can just apply themselves and get a good game in the next one, I'm pretty sure this can be a decent outing for them and they can clean this up real quick. But then you can't really underestimate the Sara team squad, right? They start on defense, they probably can get a few rounds on board, and if they make it to somewhere like a 75 or probably like an 8-4 right at the start of things and get some confidence towards their towards the side, anything can happen, universe.
Indeed, anything can happen. This is going to be an interesting matter. Haven is a map that I'm pretty sure Onlyfriends, I've seen them play before, and they are not uncomfortable on it at all. So let's straight up move into the agent selection. No more time wasting. Let's wait and let's just go straight into the game and see what exactly is going to be the outcome of this one, as the players are going to be picking their agents, and we would expect the same lineup, I think, from both of these sides, unless there's something else being thrown. You know, the one thing I really hate, all of these players always tease that Euro, but nobody really picks it. Like, come on, dude, just pick it for once.
I mean, they probably know like this is one screen that we always show on stream, and this is exactly when the casters try and play big brain and let's just troll them a little for a second, because why not? They're the players, we're just telling their stories. But I guess it's fine. I guess it's once again SV5 similar shenanigans, picking trolling with the Euro and then confirming the jet real quick on the composition right there. We have Knife Jester who's actually coming in instead of HVS this time. So this is going to be a Cypher for occasion. I'm pretty sure like a Cypher is really good pick on this map itself. On the other side though, we have an Astra. Gorung in fact has switched over from the Brimstone to the Astra. So that is one change that we can see right there. Chobs might actually pick up the Sova. We can see a Sova Sky composition, but from the side of Team Onlyfriends, it's still like a double duelist composition. So I'm not really sure how that is going to pan out. If they can play it well, if they can coordinate the duelists like the way they did in the first game, I'm pretty sure they can use it to much greater extent. But as soon as I say that there is going to be like a double initiative composition, immediately things switch up. And right now, we have a single initiator composition from the side of Team Squad, and that too with this guy. Not really sure about it.
You know, it's something that we've seen before. It's something that we have not. We're not really as much of a stranger to it, but we usually do see a double initiator setup here. But it looks like both these teams are more comfortable with the double initiators, a more double duelist setup. Both have a Jet and Reyna combo. Both have the difference in the initiator as well. The Sova on the side of as. Both. Sorry, excuse me. Both on the side of Squad, Sky on the side of Squad, whereas we've got the Sova on the side of Onlyfriends. Now, I don't know how much of a difference that's going to cause because everything else remains the same. So I need to know what's going to happen in the first half, because I think that if Onlyfriends somehow pull out another 7-5 or maybe 8-4 half, then it's going to be probably their map to take.
Pretty much. Onlyfriends start on attack, right? Which basically means that they can take Side, like the first kill on Zoid was kind of unexpected. Kev with his Spectre got the first shot, and as soon as that happened, the Cypher was left all by himself. He was overwhelmed. Chops though, switching position. This is gonna be a steamroll towards the B window. Now look at this. Nobody expects them coming. 3 players right behind them. They have a backstab ready, but is anybody looking? Yes, right now they do. 3 players staring down Car on 9. Yes, all of them, as well as Cruiser God, make the 3 kills. AZ on the backline as well. He's gonna get the first shot, but Knife Jester putting an end to his shenanigans. 4v1, Zoid gets another one for himself. I feel like this is job well done. This was an eco round for them. Getting 2 frags, dropping 2 weapons is good enough. Retrieve few more. Okay, SP5. We know there is a run and gun meta, but that's more for like the lower ranks, not for you guys. That's more like my thing, actually. It's a my thing, you know this.
Yeah, okay. It is. It is. But Onlyfriends, well, they've got 2 rounds now back to back. And the one thing that you really need to, think about when you see the side of Onlyfriends having strikes like these is that, again, what I spoke about the last map. They give away a couple of rounds in the beginning to try and see how their opponent is playing, and then they hit back, and they hit back hard. And that might be the case even now, because if they pick up this round, it's going to be another eco for the side of Squad, and that's going to be the side of Onlyfriends stabilizing, getting momentum, and standing up on their feet. And you can see it. They're trying to sell out these fakes. They're trying to sell out a lot of information, saying that, you know what, we're coming towards Garage, we're coming towards C. But they're not buying it yet, Squad. Knife Gesture is making his stride towards A, as we always know him, the lurking Cypher. He might just get his head blown away, and Zoid will give it to him.
A lot of information given. Yeah. Oh, Cruiser God, this was close. This was actually close, but all these players from the attacking team, they've made their way into the site right now. Onlyfriends dominating this one. 4 players inside already. It's gonna be a little difficult to break this open. Astral Divide comes as well. All these players come in from CT, as well as a flash from Zoid. Kind of gives away his position, but I feel like that's okay. That's a good trade-off. As soon as he jumps in, SP5 is gonna spray him down. All these players funnel in from CT.
Okay.
CT and SP5 sprays down every single body with his Phantom. Gets a 4K for himself, and that was a really, really good round. I loved every bit of it, but more so the arrogance of Onlyfriends keep pushing forward in spite of losing Knife Jester right up front. I feel like they executed it to perfection. They had the ultimate. They knew they had the Astral Divide. They can take out CT as well as Heavens only if they clear out short. And they did so with ease.
They most certainly did. And now look at this. Brick said, oh, he almost connected the head, went right next to his ear. Kev will take him down for missing that shot, and that's going to be the B-side taken with so much ease. Zoid's already down to 7 HP, so this is not going to be an issue at all for the side of Onlyfriends. As one after the other, they're racking up the rounds, they're stacking up the kills, and they're going to be making sure that nothing else is given away. Number 4 looks inevitable.
Pretty much. Stakes though. Takes on SP5 with the Marshal, trying to go for like constant spams, but here it comes Garang taking a chop. Zoid actually does damage them a little bit. 2 kills already, and here it is. Stakes could have actually done more, had the Bucky in hand, but yeah, it was a little too much. Anticipating the move, Garang sprays him down. Good stuff, but yeah, well played. Sasquatch, I feel like the damage was inevitable. They had to lose that round, but getting 2 frags was decent enough a result. And I feel I would have taken it. I would have taken it if I was Sasquatch. So, considering how things are, we can see a Odin as well as an Op on the side of Team Sasquatch. Now, this is interesting. Not really sure if the Cypher is probably the best agent to carry the Odin, but yeah, I mean, I'm open. I'm progressive. I'm progressive to all these moves, and just want to find out what can they pull off with it. But SP5 still trying to diversify. I feel like they're trying to spread out. Look at this, the Onlyfriends. They're all spread out throughout the entrance point. Oh my god, Zoid! You just did not do that. You did not do that. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm dreaming.
That was insane. And now
he deleted 2 players to oblivion. Like he spray transferred 2 duelists to another dimension.
Last player standing.
Crazy. And he gets another. Of course he does. And now it's all up to Knife Jester. He's got only 1 kill. And Zoid's AEZ is looming up out his position. Ooh, almost taken down, and will get taken down. And Knife Jester.
I know exactly where you are.
Oh, Knife Jester, he's making it work. He knows where the other 2 are, but the spike's really far away from him. And Zoid's just trying to play mind games with him at this point. Knife has 30 seconds to play with, and he's got 2 players in 2 completely different positions, and that could just be to his advantage because the 1v1s are just what he needs right now. He's not looking to his right. He steps down. The timing is just a little too far away, but the overall time is just gone past him. 13, 12, 11, down the clock we go, and Knife is going to be forced to save this one.
Poor Knife Jester. He can still retrieve the spike, but he wouldn't be able to plant it. He can still look for kills, but even that is going to be a little too risky for him. Seeing the weapon is the best bet, and that is exactly what he does. 4-4. A heroic round coming in from Zoid over there. Like, who does that? He deletes both of them right at the start of the round. SP5 and Kev will be like, wait, we just got stuck by lightning. So it's super fast with that one, but right now 4-4 the overall scoreline, and I feel like this is much closer than we anticipated. Universe, like you look at things, you look at the way Sasquatch have been defending. It's a little promising, but then again, Onlyfriends have been able to kind of figure out all the chunks in the armor, and that is what you want, right? If they can find the groove, if they can like rack up a few rounds consecutively, I feel like that can actually work for them. But then again, SP5 trying to create an opening, stuck up entirely outside the B entrance, but the rest of the players are nowhere close. You look at Knife Jester, he is completely outside. SP5
are you serious?
Track for himself, all by him.
Does anybody see him? Oh,
was he not checking the camera?
I'm not sure. I am not sure, but he's gone through. He's gone through. He spotted him. He spotted him. I think he spotted him. And here he has an idea. Chops, he could take him down, but Knife Jester is just a little bit of a too sneaky player to let that happen. And with just 1 kill, 1 jump across 1 tripwire is gonna allow the side of Sasquatch to literally crumble into pieces thanks to Knife Jester.
Bro, what? Easy, the climbing up the stairs, want to take the duel against Knife Jester. Slowly peeking. He actually goes for a wide swing and takes a Knife Jester very comfortably. 3v4 right now. Can make it work. Two players completely stuck outside the A main territory. So this is still doable. Kev is stuck all by himself in a corner, but they're not risking it. And that is probably a good decision. But saving the Odin? The Odin was one reason why they lost that fight against Knife Jester over there. Because the Vandal is a little quicker than the Odin when you try and go for the Scorpions in the trigger. But nonetheless, we have the 5th round on board for Team Onlyfriends. A decent bit of damage as well. Losing a few players, losing a few rounds, lost a few guns as well. But overall, when you think of the overarching storyline, not really sure what just happened because the Cypher just walked in while the other Cypher was caught napping. We have a nice bit of a
that's exactly the reaction even I had. Exactly.
Bro, what's happening, bro?
But hey, now we can see it. 4-5. This is turning out to be like the map of Fracture, by the way. This is exactly how it almost transpired down. But this is where the side of Onlyfriends actually took a lot of advantage. And look at this. Shobs and Drixon. They triple up. They get 3 kills back to back with no response. And even Goring has been spotted out. And even though he's going to get this 1 kill, it's still a world of hurt that's going to be against him. Knife Jester, yet again, has to prove his worth of salt here. He needs to clutch out around for his team. He spots out Styx. Styx gets away from that corner. He's really A-okay with not taking this fight. He knows that he needs to win the round, not the fight. Knife Jester goes back. They're a little skeptical about this. They don't know what to do yet. Gorang is towards A, as Knife Jester is giving out sounds towards B. The Flash will give out sound cue as well, and you can see rotations being put into motion. Oh, Zoid, he definitely heard Gorang down in mid, and he's gonna take him down pretty easy. He can take out that tripwire if he wants to. Knife Jester, he takes out 2 yet again. Timing again not in his favor. 31 HP, and again the side of Susquad are eating damage from this man right here. He can this time get the plant though. He goes for the spike straight up and goes for a B plant. It's gonna work for him. I said, well, okay. Knife Jester has a little bit of time to work with. He has a little bit of an avenue. And Odin on the other side. Knife Jester swings out a little too wide. Looks at the wrong angle. Did not expect Chops to be there. And it's gonna be number 5 for the side of Susquad.
They probably knew that the Odin is in position in the A side, right? Like trying to breach open the A side, trying to brute force your way in is always going to hurt you, especially even if you deploy the smoke, right? You do get tagged by the tripwire, you know, through the cyber cage as well, and that is exactly when the Odin is really promising. And Team Onlyfriends knew that. They knew that they had taken down an Odin player, but there was a player who saved that gun as well. So, in spite of having that information, trying to force out an issue on the A side was sort of like a really tricky decision for me. Like, I'm not really sure if they would really reap the benefits out of it. But nonetheless, the decision really went forward, and they couldn't really break open the A side, and they struggled. This time, once again. But sadly, this time, the Cypher is in the C side. So for the side of Team Susquad, it can be a little problematic. Trix is all by himself, but we know he can clutch out round. This is exactly why Team Onlyfriends is paranoid. They're trying to break all these utility open. They're trying to break all the Cypher utility, but there is none right now. SP5 being spotted. Zoid takes him down comfortably. Cruiser God with a nice shot that Kev though tries to go for a trade. Zoid gets a second for himself. It's still a 3v3. 2 ultimates in position here. AEZ finds Knife Jester. That's one done undusted. Chobs though trying to go for an Odin spray, but finds no one. Zoid playing ring around the roses, but Gorang is gonna find the trade. Nice one. He spots on top as well. They know exactly where the players are gonna come from. Cruiser God takes down AEZ. The only player who survived is gonna be in heavens. Chobs misses just way too many shots as Cruiser God easily sprays him down. Takes his head blown off. And that is the 6th round. Like we've seen teams go back and forth, but it has been Onlyfriends who has always taken the first step, and then Susquad play catch up. So that is one of the reasons why you can see that the score line is 6-5. But can Team Susquad go for a 6-6 half, because that would be really close.
Yeah, that would be the closest affair that could go in this entire series so far. The first map, it was an 8-4 scoreline. This could be a 7-5 given the state of things, because 3 players from the side of Sus Squad are reduced to just secondary weapons. One of them being a stinger on the jobs. And again, towards B they go. They know they're getting B so easily. But Zoid is going to take one before he is going to be giving up this round to the opponents. Here come out a lot of utilities, a lot of ultimates. Knife Gesture is going to be spotted out here, but Shop doesn't really care. Karan takes out one coming on the back end, and Cruiser finds 2, and that's going to be AEZ left all alone. One kill. For a second, he gets it. He has no idea where Knife Gesture is coming from, though. I think that information was rallied that Knife Gesture is still at A. He was spotted at A, and that's going to translate into number 7 for the side of Onlyfriends.
It was too chaotic. It was too chaotic.
Really
10 players,
chaotic.
10 players royal rumbling their way into the B side. Like, that was like... We had 9 ultimates, Universe, at the start of the round. 9 ultimates to be deployed in the last round. I really want to see one round where we deploy 9 ultimates, but... Well, we got to see a few of them. We got to see a Natural Divide. We got to see Seekers. Not really sure if we saw a few others. Like, we probably saw the Empress coming in from Reina. I'm not really sure about it. But nonetheless, it does not really matter. We have a 75 scoreline, something that I predicted. Onlyfriends, they have the lead. But right now, they need to defend against Team Sus Squad. And that's going to be a tough job. Knife just spots down AEC. He probably knows that there is going to be somebody else as well. Drixer being stabilized by the Sky, AEZ being spot down by Knife Gesture. Really skillful over there, but no aggression as of yet. They do have the spike, use up the smoke, and they fall back, trying to rethink the options. Chops being stuck in the tripwire might eat the shock dart, actually, being pushed back. Kev is in position as well. The garage was closed. The C was closed, garage was closed, and now they try and explore the B side. Knife Gesture is in position already. The Jet dashing in, Drixer getting 2 for himself. It's 3v5 right now, and the attacking team has actually broken apart the B side right now.
Be faster.
Okay, SP5 trades back 1 and makes another. SP5 making work happen. And it's going to be Cruiser got to add on to that. AEZ trades back finally something. 2 versus 2. AEZ, he knows where one player is, but he looks away, and Goring gets the last and the pistol. Oh my word, how the hell did they pull this one off? 5 versus 3, this was. SP5 found 2 on the back of Sus Squad's mistakes. I don't know, why did they push him? They should have just held aside. They should have waited for him to come.
You can't really deny Cruiser God and his really important kills over there. For sure, SP5 kind of opened things up with his dashes and his shots, but Cruiser God was calm and collected. Those 2 kills in sight, it wasn't like a 3v3, and all 3 players from Team Onlyfriends were injured. They were half breathing, but Cruiser God, in spite of all that pressure, he got the kills in his way, and he was like assurance factor for the team. Like, all right, guys, we've got this under our belt. So once again, buying into the Sheriff. Kev is in position as well in garage. A risky peek for him, but he does have the Spectre, and he can walk away with it. Takes on AEZ, heals himself up as well. Cruiser God deploys the drone, will spot out a couple of players outside the B main territory. Drixer, though, will miss a lot of his shots, and Cruiser God easily taps him.
Ah, that could have gone wrong a multiple number of ways, but they still stabilize.
One dead.
Jobs will find 1 at the bare minimum, and Goring knows better than to peek that angle yet again. SP5's crawled up towards A short, and that's going to give them a little bit more of a relief of map control. And look at where he's got. Now they've got the A side completely under wraps. Zoid, he goes a little further. He's going to have a bullet at the back of his head. Oh, look at this. Oh, 1. A second. No. Okay, he's just... Okay.
Try harder.
Salty?
I mean, I
Salty.
didn't see that.
Did you not? Yeah, nobody saw that. No, let's just...
I didn't see that, bro. I mean, it wasn't caught on stream, so yeah. It's fine, man. It's absolutely fine, Zoid. Nobody saw that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have some interesting stuff happening, but more so the biggest of them all is going to be Onlyfriends taking the first 2 pistol rounds, and now they probably might just go in for a bonus. Yes, they go in for a bonus, but it's important that Squad actually equalize things up, kind of reduce the damage a little bit, and they have got the weaponry and the utility to do so. They have some money as well, so this is going to be interesting, and I really want to see their approach.
Yeah. Let's just wait and have a look at whether or not this half is going to be over just like the first map. Drixit takes out Cruiser and SP5 with a heavy backstab with an operator. Not the best weapon that you would want to go with the backstab for. Eats a bullet straight to his head, 9 HP. He's gone down too. And they're not aware of the garage position. Knife Jester takes advantage of that, picks up a better weapon, and they move towards A. And this is going to be a little bit of a difficult one for them because SP5 is waiting here. The flash is going to be good. They spot him out. There's a player coming from heaven as well. And SP5 is going to be able to do nothing about it.
It's still fine. It was an eco round for Team Onlyfriends, and now they've got this to a 1v3 situation with Knife Jester alive. You know what he can do. Yes, exactly. That is what he does. He takes some tricks up, adds damage, adds salt to the wounds right now. Can he wide swing against AZ? We know he's not the best with a sniper rifle, but probably in this position he was, and he did get the better of Knife Jester in this one. Squad still surviving to fight another day. This is 69 scoreline, and this is where the magic happens. This can be the start of the ascent, but I really want to understand that what Onlyfriends can pull off, especially when they go for their full buys right now. They've got the potential, they've got the money as well to make it work, especially with players like Knife Jester in the lineup. You know exactly that even in your eco rounds, you can damage the other teams at death. When you get kills at death, like in the final third of the game, that is when the problem starts. Oh my god, 5 players, they just push in, disrespect 2 of them, but it's still a 2v2. It's still a 2-for-2 trade, 3v3 surviving. Astra, Cypher, and a Sova and a Reina. This is gonna be interesting. Cruiser God does spot down one, wants to get Zoe. Does he tag him? I guess he doesn't. It's close, but from Garage he's gonna get taken down.
Chops.
I mean,
he missed that. Okay, that's something else that we did not see this
yeah, we did not see that, man.
Oh, I don't even know what Chops was. Chops there? No, I don't even know that.
No, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 3v2 and Onlyfriends. They're playing perfection. Knife Jester takes down the remaining 2. It's dessert for him, and yeah, he's just showing his potential. Easy frags for him, but Team Onlyfriends, they're really enjoying themselves. Gorong fixing his camera. What are you fixing, man? You look absolutely impeccable in there. You don't have to fix anything for it. Cruiser God is playing in utter darkness, man. You know, like the shadow killer, or something interesting, a name that you call for a killer who lives in darkness the entire time in front of a computer and, you know, kills people. Shinigami, yeah, that's the term.
Okay, Drake said he gets a trade back, and that's good enough, but he's down to 30 HP, and Gorong's gonna find him. This semi-eco of sorts is working out for the side of the squad. AZ gets another as they find the C side all to themselves, and that's gonna be a plant going down. SP5 needs to be their hero. Hasn't been having the most startling of series. He's been a little bit more on the quieter side. No more flashy plays from him as we've seen him to do, but he's been still good enough. Knife Jester spots out that camera, and now he's gonna take down at least one here. Yes, he will. Down to 46 HP. Needs to be careful. One's behind him, one's in front of him. He's crawled past one. Gets another. Needs to be careful. His ultimate might help him, but he's just choosing to go against it. Zoid's coming on the back lines.
Oh no.
And he expects it. No! He fires a bullet. It connects onto Zoid, but the 40 damage is all he's going to give. 7 to 10. Sus Squad are not out of this.
For sure they aren't, and they can mount a comeback. This is a little too steep for them, especially with economy not being on their side, but this can be the start of a lot of good things for this team, and Considering that this was like supposedly a semi-buy for them and they still got the round for themselves, this can build up a lot of confidence. You can see that this is going to be their gamble. This is going to be one round where they can probably full buy as well as trade in a few utilities to get that heavy shield as well as a big gun. But I feel it can be worth it. Gorong is playing on the back of a Guardian right now. Onlyfriends. Is this team... Can this team hold on? That is a question right now. Stakes getting some information with a tiger, with a dog. But right now, the entirety of Team Onlyfriends, they look very calm and composed. SP5, especially with all the real estate that he has. Waiting for these players to peak. SP5 destroys Zoid. Stakes does trade him, but that's fine, I guess. It's a 3v4. It's still doable. And Gorong, especially with the Guardian, has been a lot of trouble. Has been a world of trouble for this team in that region. Knife Jester, the calm and collected Fagger, has been holding the A side till eternity. Does have the cam, but the smoke does come through as well. Okay, Arcane Sheriff, what can you do? Kev gets one. 2v3 right now, Universe. What do you think?
They just need to be alive. They just need to make this work in the form of numbers. The side of Onlyfriends. Information is key right now, and they're probably waiting for the Silver Recon to come in. Gorong is going to be throwing down his utility. His stars in two places where they're not actually having any players, and now they're gonna be a little bit perplexed. Those flashes not gonna allow too much. Six gets one. Chops finds another. Cruiser got up for the clutch, but he's not gonna be able to find the kill. The Phantom reigns supreme over the Spectre, and that's gonna be 8 to 10. Utility was used well. The eco was played well. 4 weapons were dropped, but it's still for the side of Sus Squad to pick up another round. And they're still not going to have a problem with, you know, having lost 4 players because they still have a bye. But if they lose this one, that's going to be probably the end of their bye.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the crossfire was impeccable. And in spite of the fact that there was added weaponry, they could add a little bit of damage as well. So that's good from Onlyfriends. But Team Sus Squad, they've done a lot of heavy lifting in this one. The Seekers are out and Knife Jester is being pushed back. They're coming in with guns blazing right now. Trickster does have his Blade Storm ready. Kev gets the first kill, gets away with murder. Knife Jester getting another one. This is the start of destruction. Onlyfriends just being too good in this one. Sus Squad slowly and steadily waiting for a fallback. And SP5 is already in the wraparound. This can be devastating. If Stakes, his position gets revealed, he might just be destroyed here. Chops can do too much. I mean, can't really do too much over there. Gets 1 kill. That's about it. 4 players surviving. Onlyfriends. They went through a couple of ecos, but this one, they absolutely destroyed the opposition. I mean, a fast push, especially from the side of Sus Squad, isn't really gonna work. For them, what was working was their plays, was their fakes, was their methodical approach to the game. But as soon as they started to go for fast pushes, they fall down, and they fall hard. Why do you want to change plans when it's actually working? I just don't understand.
Yeah, that's true. 11 to 8. They're getting closer and closer to finishing things off over here. Onlyfriends. They just need to tread lightly now. They can't give away too much. Now, the only way that the side of Sus Squad get out of this is if they get a plant without having lost anything. And now look at this Cruiser God. He's gonna spot him out twice. They can spam him down here from the other side, but they're not. Shock darts raining in, and he hasn't still shifted his position. He's gonna get healed up here, Drixit. Kev is still holding down this angle. They're not giving this up, Sus Squad. They're still not giving up on B, as one of their players is crawling up towards A, and the side of Onlyfriends do suspect this. And Jester takes out one. Kev finds another. Gorong is easily going to get this kill. No, Zoid finds it. Oh no, SP5!
Enemy remaining.
Oh, he stabilizes. He gets the kill, but it's all on the Chops. 30 HP, he's down 2.
Okay, what was
that? That's... I don't know if that was intentional, but
30 seconds left.
it's something. And maybe he wanted to try and give away a bait of him running away. That's not going to be the case because nobody from the side of Onlyfriends is going to peek. Chops down to 9 HP now. He's making a face. He knows he's done. Yeah, he's... Okay, 1 head.
10 seconds left.
Looking for more. Could be good for it. 1 behind him, 1 in front of him. And a bullet straight through him. it's gonna be match point as Cruiser God does not like Knife Jester.
For sure, for sure. I mean, there was no reason to peek, but Knife Jester, he's had an impeccable game so far. You look at the way he's played. He didn't play in the first game, but in the second game, as soon as he comes on, he just devastates the opposition. We've seen a lot of whiffs so far. We've seen Goreng whiff, we've seen SP5 whiff a little as well. We almost saw that this can actually turn around on the back of those whiffs, but now they actually recover from that position, so that's okay. Once again, 5 players trying to walk down garage. Cruiser got in position as well. Does he have an idea? I guess he doesn't have an idea. Shock darts in position already. Will they check their angle? Nobody will check their angle for sure. Of course, 2 kills already come through. Zoid trades 1 back. 3v4 right now. Checking the camera. Checking for somebody coming in from long. There is nobody. All these players are tucked in garage. It's gonna be a little problematic, especially when you're tucked in such a small area with all your openings closed. But thankfully, they fall back and kind of rethink the options. Onlyfriends. Sasquatch, what are you doing?
Oh, they're running back towards it. Okay, that's a good strat. I like this. I like this because nobody's gonna be able to hear them. They're running straight towards A.
Give me a corpse.
And although there's 1 player still there on A, this is going to be a little bit of a problem. Here comes out the flash. Goreng needs to find 1. He's looking for 1. That's 1. That's the sentence being written down. The sentence of death. And it's being given to the side of Sasquatch by Onlyfriends. Goreng makes a really hardy jump. And it's going to be the end. Because his teammates are there to cover it up. And it is going to be 13-8. Onlyfriends pull out a 2-0 victory as they go further on. And Cruiser God is, well, he's ecstatic. Okay, Cruiser God, he definitely wants to give a kiss to somebody.
I'm pretty sure that was to us in the audience because, of course, he's played so well. I loved his Sova, to be honest. I loved his Sova in the first game. I loved his Frisian. Next game, I loved his Sova. He's been that impact fragger for the team so far in this series, and that has just shown in the result. I feel like Sasquatch just couldn't really hold on to the pressure that they faced from Onlyfriends. In both the maps, you think about it, we saw a fracture. And none of, I mean, we got the information that few of the players from Team Onlyfriends, they did not play Fracture before this. This was their first time playing it. Probably that was a spoof, but nonetheless, I feel like even then, the way they recovered from it was just absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it most certainly was. They really had a bit of a tough time. I think that the way Onlyfriends were constantly adapting, working out strategies, moving on the go, and making things, you know, work against us squad was brilliant. Let's have a look at the match highlights, and then you can see what I was talking about, because they gave away a couple of rounds in the first part of both halves. 3 rounds in the first, and then even the second half, they gave out a little bit in the beginning. They're making up 9-6 themselves. They gave it out a little bit. And then they stabilized back yet again, and they found the rounds. And that's exactly what Onlyfriends are good at doing. They're good at adapting to the opponent. They're such a versatile group of players, and they know exactly what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. They know how they can counter the opponents. And honestly, they've done a great job at it. A really great game from the side of Onlyfriends.
Pretty much. And with this victory, I guess Onlyfriends, they're actually pushing for that playoff spot. They've played a game extra, but I believe they have 6 points right now. And that basically means Sasquatch, they will be in that relegation spot for a couple of more days until they get their next victory. But for Team Onlyfriends, things are actually turning out to be very interesting, because right now they probably played around 5 games so far and they're at 6 points. That basically means that they're going to be competing against the likes of Weird Esports and Salt Esports, both of whom have played lesser games. The chance is still there for Onlyfriends to make it. The way they are playing, I really want to see them in the playoffs, play against big teams and put a nice competition and probably pull off an upset as well. But it's going to be a little difficult. Probably they need a few victories like this one they did so far. So this might be the start of good things for them. And yep, a 2-0 victory against our squad. who are lower than them in the group standings, of course, but they can pose a potential threat. And Onlyfriends handle that threat with ease and comfort based on the services of Knife Chester, who is the MVP of this game so far. He didn't play the first map, he comes back in the second game and becomes the MVP with 24 frags, being a Cypher, but a killer incarnate. Of course, with 312 ACS, Goran gets 12 for a 21 for himself. Shub, that is SP5, gets 17. Cruiser God gets 16 for himself, and Kev was just adding on to that pressure with 11 kills. Sus Squad, they managed a few kills of their own. Zoid as well as Trix played really well. But I feel like Onlyfriends as a team, as a unit, they were a step ahead of the entire team of Sus Squad. That's basically it. The map veto that we got to see, 13-9 and 13-8. Onlyfriends clean up Sus Squad in a quick 2-0 fashion. And well, they move up the table universe.
Yeah, they most certainly do. Let's have a look at the group standings to see how exactly they move up on the table. As we're going to see the side of Onlyfriends come up to third position. 2 wins, 3 losses, but they still are on 6 points thanks to the maps that they pulled up from their losses. And this is going to be a matchup amongst other teams that's going to decide their fate, because Onlyfriends, they've got 2 matches left and a maximum of 10 points that they can gather up. Yeah. But ENIGMA and Salt, mind you, have just played 3 games. So they can put up another bunch of points, and it probably they will because of the way that they've been playing. Whereas Sus Squad, they are just going to be sitting in that relegation zone, 2 points to their name, reckoning at the bottom of everything. And this is how it stands, ladies and gentlemen. Velocity are going unbeaten so far. FSESPORTS are sitting in second place with a revelation of a form and with 3 wins. Onlyfriends, Weird Esports, all of these underdog teams are coming out as huge contenders, and there's no other way about it.
Pretty much. There is no other way, and I feel like this was a great game so far. But next up is going to be an even greater affair. I believe it's going to be Weird Esports versus Salt Esports. You mentioned about the underdog teams, and Salt Esports, they're going to play their 4th game in the groups. So that basically means that they're going to have a chance to even topple the team that toppled them right now. That's going to be Onlyfriends. They can potentially get to 6 points and probably get to 3rd position. Weird Esports also are pretty much at around 4th position in that region. So all of these underdog teams right now are suddenly coming together and they're going for that playoff spot. And the teams we thought are going to be like the toughest contenders, like probably ENIGMA, probably Reckoning. Suddenly we see them struggling. ENIGMA, for that matter, they've lost just 1, but Reckoning have lost 4 already, which basically means their hopes are dead. And I'm not really sure what to think about it.
Yeah, but hey, we're gonna have to see whether if they can probably overtake somebody. We don't know. They've got only 2 matches left and a maximum of 6 points to be accumulated from them. Sorry, excuse me, not 6. 6 points to be accumulated from them.
6,
but
yeah.
hey, 6. Yeah. So, but that's the end of this one, ladies and gentlemen. Onlyfriends take this 2-0 and they're going to be moving up the table. Sus Squad are in a danger zone of relegation. Storylines are brewing up everywhere as we've got another match coming up later on this evening where Weird Esports are going to be taking up against Salt. And that is going to be another matchup to watch. So we're going to be back in just a couple of hours. It's 6:11 right now. We're going to be back around 8 p.m. to give you the second match of the day. But until then, we hope that you've enjoyed what we watched today right now at the 4 p.m. game. And we hope that you hit the like and subscribe button along with the notification bell icon, because we're going to bring these games to you all day, every day. And you're going to enjoy the high tier Valorant action given to you by us, the TEC. Now, we are going to hope to see you at the 8 p.m. game. Thank you for watching the LG Ultragear presents TEC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, apparel partner 656, Cosmic Byte as our accessories partner, and we have Aimlab as esports partner. We're going to be seeing you at the 8 p.m. game. Thank you and happy gaming.